What started me on the path of community service. My maternal family has had a history of serving the community. My grandmother, 100 years ago, worked for a gentleman at H.J. Heinz, and he was a philanthropist, an early philanthropist. My grandmother was his secretary, so I got that. My mother was a community relations director at a hospital, and she started a thrift shop. So I got to see that as a young person, how that affected the community. So when we were farming early on in our career here in Venango County, we had a devastating storm, and all of my hay wagons were in just complete disarray all over the farm. And unbeknownst to me, the neighbors showed up, took those hay wagons and disappeared. 3 weeks later, they came back. They were completely remodeled, completely fit, ready to go to work. And I was just flabbergasted. And I said to my neighbor, Ken, what do I owe you for this? And he said, nothing. I'm going, okay, why? And he simply said, you're part of this community. We serve the members of our community, and it's an agricultural community. And it just was one of those things, oh my, I need to start doing this too. And one day Bob Murray called and said, would you do something for me? And I did. I joined the Planning Commission. So that started the path. And then from there I was on the Extension Board. I was on the Conservation District. I certainly was on the ORA. And those were, incremental steps, but they just built and built and built and built and built. What's inspired me to keep going is becoming more aware of the need of the members of our community. It is a huge community. I love this community, but I also see some real need that I think I can help with. So that inspires me. Through the Community Foundation, which I joined into about 10 years ago, and serving on the board, my passion has exploded, and it has been because I think that it's so helpful to the community, in large part because there's been so many generous people who have given their funds. The responsibility as a board member to that condition is immense, because I sometimes think, oh my gosh, how did these people want to do this? Or why did we want to do it this way? But we need to remember that legacy. I'm excited for the future of Venango County through the initiative, the McElhatton Initiative. I think that it's an opportunity, an unprecedented opportunity for our community to go about business in a different way. I've been sitting on the board since its inception, and we're moving ahead with that. We have already handed out our first round of grants, and we're building the airplane as we fly it. I think that this is what I should be doing. I'm not perfect at this. I don't think that anybody is, but I get to join a lot of other people who have this same passion, who say, no matter what's going on, I need to give of myself. I need to join because we can. And so I think that comes together in my mind as just a wonderful thing that I'm glad to be doing, and I'm honored to be doing. But I want to thank 3 people that are central in my life. My wife, Liz, and she is the Citizen of my Year every year. And I wouldn't be here without her support, without her love, without her guidance, without her criticism, and without her just being in my life. The second person I want to thank is our son, Willis. It's an honor to be his father. It's a pleasure to be a father. It's a challenge to be a father. The third person that's so central in my life is Trenton. And Trenton walked into my life after knowing Will for a while and said, what do you know about the Community Foundation? And I embarrassingly said, I don't know much. And he's helped me to learn a lot about that. And it's become a passion in my life of 10 years. I am grateful that they are in my life and that they help me run my life and live my life. I'm grateful to the Chamber. I think the Chamber does an extremely good job here in Venango County. I'm also grateful for everyone who's here this evening or who's sent me well wishes. It's just an honor to know that. So thank you very, very much.